Hey everybody, this is Joshua Orro, host of Mustang Prince Orro Reports, and today's video is it's not going to be a blog or a countdown video, but it's going to be something very, very special. You see, ever since I was a little colt, I loved almost everything that the Walt Disney Company has ever given us, whether it be the movies from live action to animated, or even at their theme parks. And with this being the 70th anniversary of the happiest place on earth, I would like to make a few, shall we say, wishes in order to hopefully help Disney become more magical in the future. And these are going to be my personal wishes. So if you guys have any objections and disagree with me, then it's perfectly fine. We all have our own opinions. So, without further ado, here are my most desirable Disney wishes. Now, we all know that Walt Disney Animation Studios is one of the true sources of the Disney magic, and for some time now, I've been pondering a few ideas of what sort of stories would seem eligible for Disney to make as an animated feature, whether being hand-drawn or CGI. And so far, despite the fact that Gigantic was canceled a few years ago, I would like Disney to adapt The Wild Swans, Isson Bushi, A Little Princess, or even Roald Dahl's The Gremlins. Plus, I really do hope that several films and TV shows that have debuted either on TV or on Disney Plus can get a physical home media release. Also, I believe that Song of the South should never be forgotten, no matter how controversial it is. So, I pray that underrated film can get released to DVD or Blu-ray in the future. Now, for those who don't follow me, Kingdom Hearts has got to be one of my favorite video games ever, and as of 2019, the Xehanort saga has finally concluded, but the Kingdom Hearts story itself is still far from over. And I'm hoping that both Disney and Square can add in new levels based on Bambi, Treasure Planet, Narnia, Zootopia, The Incredibles, The Princess and the Frog, The Black Cauldron, The Jungle Book, Brave, Moana, Raya and the Last Dragon, including a Hawaii world for Lilo and Stitch, along with returning worlds like the Castle of Dreams, Agrabah, Arendelle, Atlantica, the Pride Lands, and Candy Kingdom. While we're still on the subject of Kingdom Hearts, I'm hoping that someday a few of the old games that were originally released for handhelds, like 358 over 2 days and Coded, along with the mobile games like Key, Union Cross, and Dark Road, can be remade for gaming consoles like the PlayStations, the Xboxes, or the Nintendo Switches. Now, here are my wishes for the most magical place in California, Disneyland Park. And for several years now, I've had a few ideas of what could be added to Disneyland. For example, I really do hope the reservation system will stop due to COVID-19 being dead, and that the Lightning Lane passes won't cost money like the old Fast Passes did. Also, in Fantasyland, I can picture the Imagineering team adding a Frozen attraction right next door to the Matterhorn. Plus, I feel like It's a Small World could add a couple more Disney dolls, like Moana in the South Seas room, Cusco in the South American section, Luca in the Italian section, Merida in the Scotland section, or even Anna, Elsa, and Olaf in the Scandinavian section. For Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I hope that Star Tours and the Star Wars launch bay could be moved there someday. Plus, I really do hope that they can build a shortcut between Galaxy's Edge and Mickey's Toontown. For New Orleans Square, well, I did say this in my Tim Burton countdown last year, and this may seem like a seasonal idea, but I just hope that Sparky's gravestone can be placed back in the Haunted Mansion Pet Cemetery for the Halloween season, while also adding Zero's grave in the same area for the holiday overlay. For Frontierland, well, ever since I first heard about Geyser Mountain and that it was scrapped years ago, I just hope that the Imagineers can make that old idea into a real ride and add it to this spot. For Tomorrowland, well, for some time, I've been hearing rumors that the Autopia cars might be switched with electric cars next year. So I just pray that the rumors will come true, since several people have been having issues with the horrible gasoline smell. Plus, I think the building where the Star Wars launch bay is might make a good spot for a Californian Tron ride, and that the building where Star Tours is could make a nice spot for a Wreck-It Ralph ride, since I've been hearing announcements of one being built at one of the overseas parks. Also, I would really like Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy to return, along with Jingle Cruise. Now, I already know about the future plans for Disney California Adventure, like the 2 new Avengers rides, the Avatar area, and the Coco ride. However, I do have a few ideas of my own for DCA. For example, ever since the Country Bears show was replaced by Winnie the Pooh in the early 2000s, I've been very disappointed. But after coming across this Big Al statue, I just know that Grizzly Peak will be the perfect spot if the Imagineers ever decided to rebuild the Country Bears Theater. Secondly, I know that San Francisco Square is a pretty small area, but I just hope that an actual ride can be added there. I mean, if one of the overseas Disney parks can have one, surely DCA might be able to. Thirdly, for a while now, I've been thinking that this circular area in Pixar Pier could make a good spot to add another Incredibles themed ride. Fourthly, and finally, while Animal Kingdom is planning to build a ride based on Encanto in the upcoming Tropical America area, I think the winery place on Performance Corridor seems like a good spot if the Imagineers could ever build Encanto at DCA. Also to note, I'd like to see a new show at the Hyperion Theater, and one that's not limited. And I really do have faith that a new barn for the red car trolleys will be built in the future after the construction for Pandora and the 2 new Avengers rides are finished. And now, for my last Disney wish, this one is gonna be a very personal one. You see, ever since I heard Jodi Benson's Disneyland song from the stage musical Smile via YouTube in 2007 during my high school age, I've been longing that someday I could become part of the Walt Disney team and family. I mean, if I could ever work for Disneyland or the Walt Disney Company in general, I would do whatever I can to make everybody happy, and that I could share several of my wondrous ideas and talents with them. Plus, that would really make my life a lot better instead of working as a cart attendant at Target or even being a food portioner at Chili's. So, if the Walt Disney Company is watching this video, I really do hope that they take my ideas and wishes into consideration. And I really do pray that they'll accept me, Joshua Orro the Mustang Prince, as part of the Disney family and team. But in the meantime, see y'all later, folks, and take special care.